Before we move further, please like and share this video as well as subscribe to our channel. Alright, let's start. Okay, so step one is you have to define and regularly update your target audience. Okay, this is very important. So, how are you going to do that? In Ads Manager, okay, this is the URL, guys. You have to save. Please save this URL. In Ads Manager. Okay, then in this section, you have to click on plus account. Okay, so now I'll move back to our PowerPoint presentation. Then we'll again continue the practice. So step one is you have to define and regularly update your target audience. Then you have to create fantastic ads. Then you have to test different ad variation, right? Then you have to use LinkedIn targeting options, right? This is something very important to have that concept in mind. That regularly you have to keep on updating your target audience. You have fantastic ads versions. Then keep testing. A/B testing is something very important. So you have to keep testing different variations of your ad. You have to keep utilizing LinkedIn targeting option. Then what is important here is you also need to understand how you can utilize LinkedIn conversion tracking. Then you need to start utilizing segmental analytics as well as insights, right? Then most important is the campaign has to be optimized for mobile. All right. So we'll create the practical campaign. Okay. I'll say here as first, last, right, left, to software by bit. Okay. Yeah. So once again, guys, I'll go to subscribe here. Then you have to define a currency. Say here as INR because you're going to have a campaign in rupees. You have to associate your LinkedIn page with your account. So find a LinkedIn page, recruit on LinkedIn. Okay. So this is the first link. Copy this URL in your notepad. Okay. You have to copy. So you have to define the account name, define currency, define account name, define currency. Alright. Then you have to associate your LinkedIn page with your account. Okay, clear? Then click on create account. So I have created the campaign here, right? So the new campaign group here. Okay, so here we'll have different options, right? So now I have created the account. Now you have to click on create campaign. Right? There, guys. Okay. So if I click on create campaign here, now what you have to do is click on next. New campaign group on next. I'll define my campaign here as input on next. Now you have to select the campaign objective. Okay. You have awareness, consideration, website visit, engagement, reviews. So here we are going to select lead generation. So it's telling me I want more quality leads on LinkedIn. So you have to select the campaign objective as lead generation. Okay. So now what happened here is here you have to define your target audience. Okay. So I'll scroll down over here. First I'll define as United Arab Emirates my location. Right. Okay, so now you also have to define who is your target audience, right? So I'll narrow down. But before you start your campaign, you need to have a broad audience, then you have to have a narrow audience, right? So for your example, I need to tell you how you can narrow down your audience. Okay, click on narrow down your audience, right? Here you will have different options. You have audience, you have audience attribute. Click on audience attribute, okay? For audience attribute. So basically, you can add targeting criteria like job title, industry, or skills. Okay. Now, if I click on audience attribute, right? Okay, so what you'll get here, company, demographics, education, job experience, interest, and trade. So I click on company. Now in company, I have different options here, company category, company connections. So I'll say as company industries. Okay. Now here I'll have different categories, right? So I scroll down here, I see as transportation, logistics, supply, chain, and storage. Okay. Now if I narrow down my audience here, my audience size is 300 plus. Now you have to choose your ad format. Here you have different options: single image, carousel, video, message, conversation, ad, document ad. So if you want to really improve conversion for your campaign, you have to try 5 different ad variations here. You need to try image, you need to try carousel, video, message, conversation, and document. You need to try different, right? So I click on single image ad for that. Okay. So you can define your placement also. Show your ads to the right people in the right places. Okay, so basically optimize delivery of your ad all across the available placement based on where you estimate getting most number of leads, right? Okay, so This is one thing. Then you have to define your budget and schedule. Let's say set a daily budget. As yes, 2000 rupees. My start date is then define start date and end date. Okay, so I'll run this campaign from 20th of March 2023. Okay, so start date and end date till 19th April 2020. So my bidding strategies, optimization goals. Bidding is optimization goals and the strategy is maximum bidder. Biggest optimization goal. Yeah, and my bidding strategy is maximum bidder. Okay, so here you will also have additional options here, right? So it's like cost cap or manual bidding, right? Then you also have conversion track here. Okay, so now you can also set up a conversion track. So I'll show you how it has to be done. Okay, so before that, we'll go on next slide. Then we will discuss on how you can create fantastic LinkedIn ads. It's important that you write catchy and very actionable headlines. Okay, so which is specifically focused on setting up the context and making the user interested in content. Then you have to include comparing statistics of goals, okay, which is something lifted out of a larger piece of content. You have to make sure that try and keep your content short and sweet and make sure to shorten URLs to clean up copy, call to action, and you know that your audience is very important. So you have to understand your audience, have to research your buyer persona. So how are you going to keep your URL shortened, right? So I open this URL here. Quickly. Okay, so there it is. I'll say here as single every software by put here and copy this URL here. Okay, I'll say as C. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll first icon, create new link, copy the URL selection box. See first last software file. Okay, so I'll say add UTF to the back of traffic and analytics tool. So here scroll down, I'll put do this later. Okay, so because we have a lot to cover as a page, it's already used. So we should use the existing data. Okay, so this is already created, right? So here it is, guys. This is the link. Okay, so I copy this link there in the right. Right? Clear? Now you might be wondering on how can I set up an effective LinkedIn ads campaign. It's pretty simple, guys. Initially, you have to create the ad account, then you have to select your objective, I have shown you in the practical. You have to create an audience, have to do your ad format, set up your ad budget and schedule, select the bid type, which I have shown you in the practical, set up conversion tracking, and then you have to create ads for the campaign. Now we'll discuss about creating conversion tracking, right? Like we'll just into here, post this as well. Okay, so now I click on create new conversion. Okay, so I'll say a thank you page. First, okay. So you have to define the key conversion behavior you want to track. Okay, so I want to track sign-ups or I want to track start trial. To define the key conversion behavior. Trial conversion behavior. You have to track as well as start trial. Okay, this set the value of the conversion. Set the value of the conversion as approach and sales committed. Select the time frame of when the conversion can be right. Select the time frame. Okay. So it is 30 days. So next 30 days, use 7 days. But now we can get this setting later on. We can do copy action tab. Next 30 days, use 7 days. Okay. Now you have to select the attribution model. Select the attribution model. Specify how each ad interaction is made. So it is like last touch each campaign. So your options is I'll say I select last touch each campaign. I'll select last touch last campaign. So I'll say select last touch last campaign. Select last touch last campaign. Right. Click on next step. Okay. So now you have to say select the campaign you want to track the conversion. Okay, I'll say as food last mile delivery software. Campaign status here it is as processing. For next step here. Alright. Then you have to define a conversion tracking method. Okay. So now here you have different options, right? Manual setup conversion. So you can set up the conversion manually or you can use the tag manager. Okay, so now here you have different options. Define a conversion tracking code method. It's page load. What do you mean by page load here, guys? Conversion which are actually counted when member visit pages or a website. So LinkedIn can also count this as a conversion, right? And next is event specific. Conversions are counted when members take an action on a website. So we want event specific conversions. Select the option as event specific conversions. Okay, so I'll say as event specific. Then it is telling me event track. Track action event like button click. The code below needs to be installed to load when the button is clicked, right? So use a help guide. So now you have to insert this code to load when the action is clicked. Okay, so basically you have to copy this code and send it to your developer. Click on create. So guys, we have set up the conversion tracking successfully. So yes, and that's really working. So I click on next, save, right? So now you have to create an ad for your campaign. I'll say here is I want to browse existing content, right? So I'll select the content which is there in my company page, right? Okay. So let's see here. Why do businesses need a delivery by Microsoft? I click on sponsor. Okay. So basically, guys, when you're creating a LinkedIn ads campaign, so what is more important here is you have to create 5 ads to improve performance. You have to do a lot of A/B testing to understand which variation works. Like add one, add two, add three, add four, or add five, right? So I suggest that this is you create 5 ads for your reference. I just created one ad campaign. Click on next. Okay. So now here I have created the lead generation campaign. So this is telling me your audience size is 300,000 plus, my total budget will be 240,000 plus, fresh is 12K to 50K, my CTR will be 0.67% to 1.1. The number of leads which I can get it from is 40 to 55. Total clicks is 122 for 90 here. Right. I hope this is clear, guys. Okay. So I click on save and exit. Okay. So see here you will have different options. Now if I go here, I click on planning. Here you have audiences and brand safety. For audience here, so it will tell me key companies and decision makers. So basically you learn more about the companies and decision makers engaging with your business for creating a campaign. So basically you have to upload a contact or company list, retarget website visitors of for your business with people like targeting. So I click on create audience here. So basically this is mainly for, see here it is. You can do retargeting or you can do custom audience targeting as well. Okay. So this is audience and brand safety standards. You can control where your ads appear, right? So basically, you download a LinkedIn audience network publisher list to see all the possible places where your ads could appear off LinkedIn. So you can use the list as a template to upload your own blog or allow list. Basically, you have to upload your list here. Okay. Then if you click on testing here, so you have to do the testing. Basically, you can create a test to optimize a campaign. So let's say you create a test, basically brand lift test here. So okay, so you can specify your test settings. Name of a test I'll say as feedfood. Okay, so I'll stay down here. So basically you can set up this test here. Okay, so but before you opt for this option, your campaign has to be live and running. Okay, so this is something very important. Okay, I hope this is pretty clear, guys. Yeah. Then if you click on analyze, here you have inside tag, website demographic, the project tracking. Website demographic is very important here for your campaign. Okay, so you have to create a conversion to see web demographic. So you have to install my inside tag here. So you have to set up the tag. Okay, so I'll send a tag to the developer. Okay, send the tag to dash.com. Again, attitude. Okay, and last option is asset part. Here it is. Here you have lead generation form, landing pages, or asset history. Right. So I'll integrate the landing page. You need permission to this. To access landing page, you need landing page admin permission and regular access. Okay, so this is need admin permission for this. So you can also set up lead generation form for it. Okay, so create a lead generation form to generate. So I click on create form. Right, a form here. So you have form name specified. Okay, so I'll say I'll keep it as it is for now. Language English, offer headline. So please add a headline to your form. I say as best last mile delivery software. Okay, go down and some privacy policy page. I need to add input privacy policy. Privacy is important. This URL. Okay, copy this here.